Ava, our villager, is a 32-year-old Arab female living in Kabul, Afghanistan.
Ava also happens to be a Sunni Muslim with a life expectancy of 60.51 years. She speaks Dari, a language originating from the Khorasan mountainous regions. She speaks a Kabuli dialect of Dari. Dari is one of Afghanistan's primary languages spoken by one-third of the population. Ava herself does not earn any income for her household. She has taken on a traditional role as a housewife. Her husband works in agriculture, as does 79% of the population. He often leaves her to travel long distances and earn money on sugar plantations. Because Ava married young at 14 and became a housewife, she does not have an education sufficient enough to have a job. At age 32, she has 3 children. As Ava and her family are not considered wealthy, she does not have access to a telephone. She listens to the Afghan public radio stations to learn about local and global events. It is difficult to judge population growth within Afghanistan because of a lack of a population census. Over the years, attempts have been made to complete one, but have always remained unfinished due to the dangers and infighting within the country's borders. It is estimated that it has a population growth of 3.27%, which makes it one of the fastest growing countries in the world.
Three-fourths of Afghans survive off of agriculture as both a way to feed their families and to make a living. One-fourth of Afghanistan's GDP comes from agriculture. Afghanistan is known for its almonds, pomegranates, pistachios, raisins, and apricots. Within Afghanistan, an increasing number of cases of child hunger are appearing. Since 2012, the number of cases have increased by almost 50%. Due to conservative traditions, education about nutrition is often withheld. There is a limited amount of clean water and good sanitation within the country. A little over a quarter of Afghanistan's rural population alone have little to no clean water. USAID is collaborating with the Afghanistan government to provide clean, healthy water and ways to practice clean hygiene and waste disposal. Only 50% of the electricity used by Afghanistan is produced within the country. The other 50% of it comes from neighboring countries. Even with their own production of electricity and with help from its neighbors, there's still a higher demand for electricity than can be met at their current pace.
Despite its appearance as a war-torn and backwater country, Afghanistan is a leader in mobile technology. This includes cell phones and mobile banking. Mobile banking is popular due to the corruption in physical banks. Due to corruption, war, and the economic struggles of Afghanistan, the number of skilled workers inhabiting the country is drastically declining. Once the country has innovated the modernization and transformation on its weaker sectors, the standard of living and quality of life may start to finally show improvement. The Middle East is experiencing a scientific diaspora. Scientists and engineers are moving to more developed countries and then transferring learned skills back to their homeland. They're attempting to reform through educational, scientific, and technological means.
Within Afghanistan, the citizens have available to them primary, secondary, and university levels of education. Although education is available for all, it is most often boys who attend school, while girls are often already married and stay at home. Afghanistan's Ministry of Education is working to overcome challenges faced by schools and provide more specialized job opportunities.
And resources can't function with the competitive pressure that would become apparent if they open their economies to the rest of the world. Women are more deeply affected in Afghanistan by globalization than men. They have lacked in employment opportunities and awareness. This has inhibited their role in decisions for social and political life. The population in Afghanistan is living below the poverty line. Females have lower education enrollment rates by pressures from society. To help improve poverty in Afghanistan, closing the gender gap on school enrollments will ultimately allow more opportunities for better jobs in the future.
Afghanistan suffers from frequent border skirmishes. These skirmishes are often between Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iran. These are often over tributaries contained by the Helmand River between Afghanistan and Iran. Concerns of drug smuggling over the borders of these countries have also arisen. There have been interest from terrorists concerning weapons of mass destruction. An investigation by the United Nations into these concerns have revealed documents that support these theories. Further military operations within the country have backed this theory up.
Civil societies are non-governmental organizations that compile the interests and wills of citizens. Those in favor of civil societies want to bring out a democratic alternative against extremism, violence, to promote community empowerment, and they want for the citizens to have a greater role in the Afghanistan destiny. They want to do this in 5 ways: providing employment, public policy, reconstruction, education, and independent media. Afghanistan is the 3rd most corrupt nation in the world. 59% of its citizens think that the government's corruption is the country's biggest problem. Corruption in the form of bribery has become very present in the everyday life of an Afghan. The people are under the impression that it is cheaper to buy a judge than it is to hire a lawyer. In Afghanistan, corruption has a huge negative impact on women. They face structural, political, and social discrimination from the corruption. Biases towards men and other factors make it hard for women to obtain justice. Due to corruption, cases of rape and honor killings are not effectively followed up or investigated.